Hi, I'm Jami Philbrick for iamROGUE.com. I'm here in San Diego at Comic-Con International 2014, and I had the pleasure of speaking with some of the cast and crew of the upcoming film Avengers: Age of Ultron. Here's what they had to say.
We showed the very first images and the first clips of Avengers 2, which finishes filming in about a week. So we had some nice footage to show, and it started with the characters bantering, the characters sitting around interacting with each other. It is that fun. It is this cast that's coming up and down this carpet right now, which is the reason we make these movies. Joss Whedon, our writer and director, couldn't be here today, has such an amazing voice for these characters, and it's the fun. So the clip started with just the characters sitting around, having fun, having a good time, and then we sort of show a taste and the spectacle of what's to come. And I think it's fair to say people who saw that know and can feel it's the biggest film we've ever made.
Robert, quick question. So how does it feel to return as Tony Stark for one more movie?
I never had it so good, dude. I'm having a ball. And thank you for asking.
And is this going to be better than the last one?
I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Or you're 1.9 billion back.
Who wins in a fight, Iron Man or Hulk?
Well, that you're going to have to pay to see.
Will we see more of the competitive relationship between Thor and Hulk in this film?
A little bit. I mean, all of them are faced with, kind of where they stand. The first one was about the team coming together, and this is kind of about them, something threatening now that dynamic, and splitting up or staying together, or where do they stand in amongst it. And yeah, they all have their conflicts and feuds, which is nice.
Is Planet Hulk something you'd like to do eventually?
Sure. I mean, I've been doing all the motion capture for it, and so I have been playing it, but we haven't even tapped where we could go with it.
You've done the motion capture for Planet Hulk.
Oh, Planet Hulk. Oh, I thought you said playing Hulk. Oh, no.
Planet Hulk.
Breaking story. No. I love Planet Hulk, and I think it'd be really fun and compelling to do. Banner doesn't show up enough in that for my taste, So maybe it's an alliteration where we do get to see Banner a little bit more. But there is a conflict between Banner and Hulk that's never really been fully mined. That sort of Planet Hulk starts to touch on a little bit. That I think's really rich.
Well, that's the best thing about just even the process of making the next movie. Everyone always says, oh, we all get along so well in every movie you make. We really get along so phenomenally well. And coming back to the second one, the banter is happening before you yell action. So there's so much camaraderie happening in life. It's so easy to translate on screen, and Joss really wants that to be a part of this next film. It's not the first movie you're trying to build the team. Now we have the team. Now it's a matter of maintaining the team and evolving the team and growing the team. And that banter is what makes it likable. It's what makes you invest, and it's what makes you kind of anticipate the journey and the struggle. Joss is phenomenal at giving the structure, but just everyone as who they are is what kind of makes it work.
Yeah, we know each other better. We like each other even more. Yeah. And it's like a neighborhood full of kids that get together and said, "Wow, I got some new costumes. Well, I got some more film. Well, let's make another movie."
By the way, it's also a movie that requires a team, so it's sort of like a team getting together, and because it doesn't. I mean, we could all.
It's like having a repertory company. Joss knows us all so well now that he can put things in our mouths and know that they will come out organically, and it will look like we know each other, we care about each other. All that old resentment that everybody had amongst each other is kind of gone now. We know that we need each other, we love each other, and we work well together.
The guy's a genius, He's the ultimate Avenger. The guy that has to kind of be in everybody's heads and produce, a conversation with one another. The guy must just be like in a room just being...
Also, sometimes they're so entertaining that it's distracting, like you want to enjoy it as an audience member. Like there will be lines that, Aaron will just come in and say something, and Aaron is so funny in this film. His character is like such a fun energy.
Be expecting something now.
And there'll be moments when he'll have to say a one-liner to me, and I just want to start laughing because Joss is he's so good knowing when it's supposed to come in the middle of a serious moment or things are
Joss has an incredible humor, man, and it's so beyond me. It's smart, it's super smart, and what he did brilliantly in the first Avengers was that he had the tone just right where everyone could play the drama and the emotion of it, but then have you know, the humor in it, just that little one-liner just to kind of lighten it, you know, soften it. And, you know, he puts these characters all in at once and they bounce off one another, you know.
The ambition of it is pretty spectacular. It's as big as Avengers 1 was. This is reaching for something even grander. It's much more epic in its scope. The Avengers are really in existential crisis. They've met their match. Ultron is basically the culmination of all of them, and all of their powers. You know, when I'm reading it, I'm often thinking of Shakespeare, because he has the stuff for the humor, and then he has the big grand ideas about mankind and what we're doing here and who we are, and then he has the sword fight, you know, the action. It's deceivingly very, very complex.
Yeah, I mean, it is. That's you know, you can make the villain or the story, the threat bigger and more dramatic and more action, but if you don't have that, you know, that spark existing between the characters and those relationships and that banter you talk about, then I think that's what makes it special. You know, is the humor and is the way these guys interact, and you know, they're the most enjoyable scenes to film, not the action. It's that stuff. You know, it's throwing it back and forth with, you know, all those guys.
Did you read about your characters in the comics and anything you found that you were able to put into your character in the film?
Yeah, absolutely. I think
You can't write it, but you use it.
Yeah,
as
you
material.
look at all of that, and you know, they got a real, you know, dark background and a story there that we used, yeah, in this.
Cobie, will we see more Maria Hill in this one than we did in Winter Soldier?
I think so.
Maria Hill is topless the entire movie.
Yes, pantsless. Get them to reverse that.
Is that promise, Jeremy? Is that promise?
Huh?
Topless Maria Hill?
No, that's off camera.